everyone, Ashley here. Happy Sunday. And now it's time to talk about my weekly melting basket, which is a box until I find a basket that I like. Okay, let's get started because there's quite a bit in here this time. I'm just going to empty them all out and go from there. Okay, a couple of these were in my video from last week because sometimes I melt stuff until it's all gone. But I do have a lot of wax to melt through, so sometimes it takes me a little while to do that. Okay, I have a couple from RG, and I have one downstairs in my kitchen right now, Resting Witch Face, which is pumpkin, apple, I think marshmallow, and zucchini bread from RG, Rose Girls. It's great. I love it. I love anything with zucchini bread in it. I know Vivian out there loves zucchini bread as well, and her and I actually talk every day about wax, what we're melting, what we're going to be buying, who's having it ready to ship, all that good stuff. So Vivian from Philadelphia, thanks so much for giving me someone to talk wax about too. So the Resting Witch Face downstairs, it's great. It's perfect. It's not too much pumpkin, not too much apple, not too much ZB. It's a great balance. And Thanksgiving week, so I thought it's perfect to do that fall smell. Now this one, I adore this one. Rose Girls, pumpkin creme brulee, pretzel, and wafers. Now, this, when I first got it, I wasn't so sure about it because it was kind of weak, but I do let my scents cure for 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks, depending on what scent notes are in there. I love this. This does not smell like pumpkin creme brulee to me. Creme brulee is that vanilla, caramelized, crunchy, break down with your spoon, vanilla scent. This does not smell like pumpkin to me. Believe it or not, this smells like Cookie Land with extra pretzel. Now, Cookie Land is part of Rose Girls Mario Melters, and I just bought a half pie in Cookie Land because I've had it. I love it. It performs well. This is Cookie Land to my nose with extra pretzel, and I adore this. It's great. It throws well. This, I am going to be savoring this bag because I haven't seen it back since I got this. I think I got this in October. I can't remember. When you work all the time like I do, time smashes together. So wax is my biggest hobby next to reading. I also love reading. So I might be throwing in a few book of the month. I'm part of the book of the month club. If you're interested in more about it, let me know. I can explain more, but I might be putting up a book review video, and I think I'm going to start doing a Sunday self-care where I talk about skincare that I love, because skincare is probably the longest passion I've had in my life. I'm 37, and I have been taking care of my skin since 10 at the hand of my mom. My mom had a lot to do with me taking care of and learning what not to do, what to do with my skin. I do have a lot of sun damage, so but we'll talk about that in my skincare video. I just wanted to tell you what I have planned. But anyways, all wax. I won't talk about anything else now, I promise. Okay, another RG. Cranberry Cookie Land. Now, if you've been watching my video series, you know I love cranberry. This one, I don't smell Cookie Land at all. It's a weird, funky cranberry to my nose. I would not buy this again. It's not bad, but it's okay, and it's not one I would want to hoard. You know, I don't smell Cookie Land at all. Maybe when it's warmed a little bit. There's a little bit of that Cookie Land, which is cookies, pretzel, toffee pretzels, butterscotch something, I think. I can't remember, I'm sorry. Maybe a little bit of that pretzel comes out, but not much. This one is a one and done for me. Next we have, one of my favorites. L3, Pumpkin Carvings, Hay, Mac Apple. Now, Vivian loves Mac Apple. I know a lot of you know Vivian. Vivian Corlew, by the way. Mac Apple is her jam. I know this is very popular. I think it's known by another name, maybe Rollin' the Hay. Somebody made this scent up. I have a whole loaf of this. This was a mini loaf, a bitty betty. I love this. I love anything that has hay in it because, believe it or not, I grew up on a farm in Pennsylvania, and my dad had horses and cattle and hay fields. So during the month of July, it's hay time. And if you know anything about hay, it's not fun to do. The cutting part is fun because you're not out there with the scythe cutting it yourself. But baling it and stacking it was what I helped with growing up. It's probably why I have so much sun damage, because of being out in the heat. But anyways, the smell of hay. Hay is not dominant in this. This is Mac apple dominant. I don't smell pumpkin at all in this. It's apple and hay. But the hay is a sweet hay. It's like a sweet grass. But hay, if you've ever smelled fresh hay, you cut the grass and the weeds that are going to turn into hay. Then you have to let it dry for several days, because you can't give a animal moldy hay, because that gives them colic and a whole bunch of other gastrointestinal issues that we're not going to talk about here. I love this. Give it a try. If you like apple scents and you want something that's a little bit sweeter with a little bit of extra grassy scent, this is perfect. I love this. I will buy this as long as it's offered. I'm even thinking about buying another bag of it in my customs, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do that, because there's more ones I want to get. All right. This is fat wax, and this was a custom that I made of tropical fruit, peachy keen, and banana. And unfortunately, over the summer I got these, and I'm not going to go into detail because this is a vendor I'm not going to purchase from again for certain reasons. But this has a vomit. It has a vomit scent to it. And I don't know if it's the tropical fruit, the peachy keen, or the banana, but it has a acidic vomit scent to it. And I'm sorry to say that. There might be lovers of fat wax out there. And if you are, I'm so happy that you're getting success with it. Maybe this was partially my fault because of the combination I did, but it's a vomit scent to me. I'm sorry if you hear a car alarm going off. The neighbors let their kids play with the clicker for the car thing all the time, and it's a pain in the butt, but it is what it is, so I apologize for that. Yeah, it gets old after a while. Okay, this one was a custom that I had from Sugar Melts by Stacy. This was from September. She did just a surprise random custom. This was pumpkin pecan waffles, marshmallow, fireside, and zucchini bread. I love this. I should have bought a bigger loaf of this. I only got the little baby loaves because I'm relatively newer to her company. I've had some that were great and some that were not great, so I'm still deciding on if I want to continue purchasing from Sugar Melts by Stacy. But this is, I don't smell pumpkin pecan waffles, but it's zucchini bread dominant, with a touch of marshmallow, but I don't get the smokiness that I get from Marshmallow Fireside. That's Bath & Body Works type. I don't get that. The pumpkin pecan waffles, I don't get the maple syrup component. I get the actual waffle batter. And this is delicious. I love this. I have just a few shards left in here, which I'm saving for a special day, which might be tomorrow. I'm not sure. Next, we have L3, Watermelon Spin Cycle. Now, Spin Cycle is Jen's house laundry scent that is perfect mixed with watermelon. And you might think fruity laundry is not great, but I have had a couple of scents from different vendors that is a laundry scent mixed with a fruit, such as peach or raspberry, and it's out of this world. And I love it. And I'm not a laundry per se person, but this is fruity enough to where it doesn't feel like I'm smelling a bottle of Downy all day long. Which, don't get me wrong, laundry soaps, detergents, and softeners smell divine. Trust me, I could spend an hour in the aisle just sniffing everything. But I don't want to melt it in my home, if that makes sense. Laundry belongs in the laundry room. Laundry smells belong on clothes. That's my opinion. But I would buy this again. I would melt this. It's a refreshing, nice, crisp, clean scent. That's the best way I can describe this one. I've had this for a while. It was in my summer box that I brought this one out because I wanted sometimes when it's getting cold and the leaves are falling and everything's dying, I like to smell something that's fruity and fun and summery. Next, this was one I had last week in my melting basket. This is Jim's Daughter Zucchini Bread. And this is just a regular single oil of sweet bread with cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg blended with garden fresh zucchini. This was the first first zucchini bread I ever tried from a vendor. And I love it. This is what got me into zucchini bread. And I did request, because I'm thinking of buying some from Jim's daughter for Christmas and her next restock in December. I did request that she put some zucchini bread blends in there. I'm anxious to see what she comes up with. But this regular zucchini bread is delicious. I do like that one. Next, another L3. This is pumpkin pecan, waffles, Palo Santo, sugar cookie royale, and sugared shortbread. This is in the pre-order that closes today, and it's what time is it? 5 o'clock here. It's getting ready to close in an hour or so, my time, because Jen's in Pacific time. This is nice, but I found this mini loaf that I was going through some of my collections last week, and I found this mini loaf, and I thought, I've never melted this yet. So I chopped it up and I melted it to kind of test it to see if I wanted to buy a whole loaf of it. This is delicious. I like this. But when this is warm to me, I don't get pumpkin pecan waffles and I don't get sugar shortbread. This is Palo Santo and sugar cookie royale, which is, and I think toasted marshmallow, which is her signature blend of Today is October 3rd. This guy smells like Today is October 3rd, diluted and weaker, if that makes sense. It has Palo Santo, sugar cookie royale, and then there's the marshmallow part of the Today is October 3rd. I think it's marshmallow. If it's not, I'm sorry. But I smell Today is October 3rd in this. I have a loaf of it, and she offers it all the time, so I didn't feel hard-pressed to buy a loaf of this one. But this is fabulous, delicious. If you want something different that's a nice bakery, warm, comforting scent, try this guy out. He's good, but I want to try other ones that she had out there. Next, edible undies. Now, this is supposed to be a laundry scent, but believe it or not, I don't get necessarily laundry from this. This has enough of it's a fresh, watery, aquatic, clean scent to me that it doesn't scream laundry to me. I'm not sure of the scent notes of this. It's not printed on here, but it's one of her house blends. It's good. I may or may not buy it again. I'm not sure. We'll see. I like the watermelon spin cycle better. Next, we have RG Escape to Neverland. This was in, earlier this year, one of her chunk muffin pre-orders. This is orange sherbet, pineapple, raspberry sauce, and vanilla ice cream. And story with this one is I bought 2 of these because I thought, ooh, I was brand new to RG. I really think this is in the first pre-order I ever ordered from her, so I went a little crazy and ordered 2 of a lot of stuff. Which I don't recommend if you don't know what the scent smells like. But I cut this up maybe a month after I got it. The first one. This is the second one. The first one. And it wasn't strong. It didn't throw for me. I was disappointed. I actually had this guy in my de-stash box, but I smelled it again and it smelled stronger to me. So this might be one that needs to cure for several months because these are a lot of fruities. And I know her raspberry sauce, even though I haven't smelled it on its own, I know it's a powerhouse. So I'm wondering if it's mixed with the orange and the pineapple, if it just takes it down a notch, and the vanilla ice cream, which I'm sure just, sweetens everything, creams everything together. This smells like fruit to me. It's not orange or pineapple or raspberry dominant. It smells like them all mixed together. It's like a fruit salad. I like this. I have it actually in my warmer right next to me. I can smell it here and there. It's not one, I'm not sure I would buy this one again. But if you like fruit, next time she offers it, try it out. You can't go wrong. Okay, I have a couple of unmarked bags here. Gigi Scented Adventures. When she does her mini loaves, she sends them in the actual mini loaf, and she puts the lid on top of it. And most of the time, by the time I get it in the mail, the lid's cracked and stuff. So I chop up all of her loaves and I put them in a poly bag. That way I can just dump out what I want. I don't have these labeled because these are all Bath & Body Works dupe scents, and I know what the smell is just by sniffing the bag. So this is my favorite, Cider Lane. I love Cider Lane. Next to Perfect Christmas by Bath & Body Works, Cider Lane is my next favorite Bath & Body Works product. They didn't bring it back this year, which was bad of them because I would have bought a ton of it. I love Cider Lane. It's mulled spices, caramel, apple, all those types of things. And Gigi's version of it is delicious. My husband comments every time I have this one melting because it's good. It's strong and yummy and just envelops you in just comfort. It's wonderful. And this one, another one of Gigi's. This is Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. I melted this last week. Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin has been a Bath & Body Works staple at fall. I think it was maybe one of the original fall scents they ever released from my memory. And I've been shopping there since I was 12, 15 years old, Bath & Body Works. I used to buy this every year. I find the candles of Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin are poor performers. They don't throw well. They have wick issues. So I opted to buy a loaf of this. It's enough for me. I don't melt this a lot because I have found other scents throughout the years that that are offered in dupes that I do like more. But this one isn't bad. It's good. Two more. L3 Sleepy Hollow. This one is vanilla pound cake with pumpkin cream filling and cream cheese frosting. I've melted this once, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. It's like pumpkin cake, but it has a little bit of extra powdered sugar in it, which might be the cream cheese frosting part. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's okay, but there's something that I can't quite put my finger on. Have you ever had that about a scent that it's not terrible, but there's just something about it you're not crazy about, but you don't know what it is? That's how I feel about this one. This was in a restock of hers that was left over from her fall pre-orders. I got an extra bakery bag of this just because I wanted to try it, and I've seen a lot of people in the group talking about it. So I gave it a try, but maybe in one of my future melting basket videos, I will have a better opinion because next time I melt it, I'm going to put it in all of my warmers throughout my home to try to see how it performs upstairs and downstairs. I only have 5 warmers in my home. I'd like more, but I do have a cat and a husband that doesn't think I need a ton of warmers. But like I said, he supports my hobby and he likes it. It makes me happy, and he likes that things smell good. So I have one more, and this one is a brand new to me vendor, Vintage Chic. This is Saturday Evening Post. And I talked about this in my very first YouTube video because, you know, I am relatively new to YouTube. Vintage Chic Scents, this is her Zucchini Bread. It's mixed with Vanilla Bean Noel, which I don't pick up in anything that's in. It's just, I think, to sweeten it out a little bit and make spicy things less spicy. But this is perfect, delicious, phenomenal, yummy, gorgeous. I can't say enough about this. Kirby, you did an amazing job with Saturday Evening Post. I bought it in a Blossom bar last week. Maybe the week before Halloween I did. I didn't buy anything last week, and I didn't buy anything today because I slept in this morning and I missed the start time, and then I know everything went so fast. So maybe she'll pour it again in another scent, but I'm really looking for Martha and Snoop. But anyways, this is wonderful and delicious and great. And if you haven't tried it, if you like zucchini bread, this is perfection. So I'm all done with my melting basket for the week. So tune in next Sunday for another week of my melting basket. So, okay, have a good evening, everyone. Talk to you soon.